Hey, welcome to Social Media 101. Now, this is something that I'm super passionate about. I love social media. I love being able to use it as a tool to build a business. And so I want to do a deep dive and really just take you through some of the bases that you can start doing immediately and see an impact in your business and growth via social media. So my name's Erica Dale, and I'm currently living in Delray Beach, Florida. Moved down here with my husband, Jesse, for the winter. And that's one of the things that being an online entrepreneur has allowed us to do. We have two online businesses that allow us that autonomy, that freedom to travel and move about when we want and to escape the cold Indiana winters. So, inside of being an online entrepreneur, inside of network marketing, I have personally enrolled over 700 people from the years 2015 to 2020. And this is 99% on social media. I've led teams to over 3 million in sales inside of those 5 years. And I'm just passionate about teaching this to other people because I believe that social media gives us such a bigger net. It gives us a way to not only influence, but impact people all across the world. So if you're not already connected with me, I'd love to connect. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, you name it. But let's dive into social media 101. So the first thing I want to tell you guys, this can be overwhelming. It can get frustrating. And so I want to give you a word of warning, so to speak. I want you to realize that this isn't something you're probably going to grasp overnight. It's probably not something that's going to just come naturally to you. I've been really becoming an expert in the social media world over the course of 8 years, right? I had social media, I had Facebook when I was 18 years old, when you still had to have a college email address just to be on Facebook. And let me tell you, the memories that pop up, the posts that I used to make on social media are amusing. So I want you to be like Sally. I want you to be a learner. I want you to be a student. I want you to know that, hey, if I don't get this right away, I'm going to keep figuring it out. I'm going to use my resources. I'm going to study it because that truly is what you need to do in order to be an expert in any space, but especially social media. You see, Frank here, that's who we don't want to be. Frank is frustrated. I hate that word, but Frank is frustrated. He's trying to learn something new, but he's not very tech savvy. Any of you can relate to that? I can. And he gives up quickly when he can't figure it out. And then after a few weeks of trying, he just quits. He gives up. And I've seen this day in and day out inside of my own teams, inside of other people that I coach. But let me tell you guys, if you can stay the course, if you can be a student, if you can be coachable and utilize the resources that are at your fingertips, you truly can learn what it takes to create something that is monumental inside of the world of social media. So the top three places for social media are Facebook and Instagram, of course. And then I'm going to throw YouTube in here. Now I want to preface this. YouTube is not actually social media. YouTube is a search engine, and it is a very good one, right? It's the number 2 search engine outside of Google. So yes, YouTube is a valuable resource to grow your business. Facebook, I want you to think of Facebook as your talk show, right? I want you to think of it as what you're putting out there is your life, your platform to educate people, your platform to pour value into people. And the key takeaway with Facebook is money is in the messenger. How many of you have heard that key phrase before? Money is in the messenger, meaning you have to have a radical amount of conversations inside of Messenger in order to be successful in whatever business you're running. So the key for Facebook is your content should drive conversations. Your content should get people to say, what is it? What are you doing? I want to know more. And that is going to get you inside of Messenger with them. Now, Instagram is a little bit different. And this course is going to be specific to Facebook. I think it's typically easier to figure out for most people. I think there's more people on Facebook right now. And so that is what we're going to really stick with. But Instagram is definitely one you want to be on. You want to be figuring out. And it's more of your reality show. So the key takeaway with Instagram is you want highly visual, right? This is where aesthetics truly do matter. It requires a lot of targeted engagement. So who is your target audience? And if you are new to Instagram or you haven't been around for a few months, Reels is the hottest new way to gain followers. Reels is something that you can actually, if you're lucky, you can go viral really, really quickly. It's the fastest way to gain followers. And so, and it's a lot of fun, I think, right? Some of you may disagree with me, but I've been having a lot of fun with them over the last several weeks. And then YouTube, of course, this is your sitcom. So your takeaway here is YouTube, again, it's that search engine. So it's something that people can go and watch video after video after video, and it's something that will stay forever, right? Where Instagram, a lot of things disappear. Stories on Facebook and Instagram disappear. And on Facebook, it's really hard to search for older content, where YouTube, you can sit there and go back years from now. So all three are very important. But again, we're going to really focus in on Facebook because, again, it has over 2.5 billion users as of 2020. Right. I think that's going to continue to grow. 1 in every 6 minutes online is spent on Facebook. I think mine's probably a lot higher. I'm probably going to bring that average down, but guys, it's the truth. And 1 in 5 minutes is spent on mobile. So many people, I mean, what do you do in the morning? You get on, you check Facebook. What do you do on your lunch break? You get on, you check Facebook. What do you do before you go to bed? You get on, you check Facebook. Like, we're constantly getting on Facebook. You guys, I found myself on Facebook on my laptop and signing in on my phone. I'm like, what are you doing? You're on 2 Facebooks at once. Yeah, and I guarantee that some of you are laughing right now because you have found yourself doing the exact same thing. Again, there's nearly an unlimited potential to grow your network, to connect to prospects, and to grow your business. And when we went online, when we took one of our businesses online that was a brick and mortar business, because we got someone as a client in Taiwan. We're from Indianapolis, Indiana. We would have never had a client in Taiwan had we just stuck to our little tiny brick and mortar business. So there is an unlimited amount of potential there. And of course, we have to go where the people are. And the people are on Facebook. I've had so many teammates that join me and they get started and they say, well, I'm not going to post on Facebook. And I say, well, you're probably going to have a really slow business. It's where the people are. You need to go to them. And Facebook is the way to do that. So what I want you to do is a complete social media audit. And I'm going to take you step by step on how to do that and how to, again, create something inside of your Facebook and your social media that people are attracted to. That's going to gain you followers, gain you new leads. And again, your content needs to drive that message so that you are able to convert them. So your profile is uber important. Let me ask you a question. If someone adds you on Facebook right now, what's the first thing you do before you accept their friend request? You click over to their profile and you do a quick scan. Is it worth adding this person? That's what we all do. And that's what people do when you add someone. So what does your profile say about you? Is it interesting? Is it boring? Is it negative? Is it positive? Is it something that I want to see in my filter day in and day out? Can I contact you offline? This is really, really crucial. And a lot of people miss this point. You need to have a way for someone to connect with you off of Facebook. If you have a website where they can order, put it in your profile. Now I have a link tree. You can see it right there. That's because it doesn't show my company name, but it does take them directly to it. It also has a ton of other things that they can get from me, right? My book, they can sign up for my social media course. They can hire me to coach them. It has all of the products that I promote inside of my network marketing company. So if someone's scrolling my Facebook, or maybe I've already talked to them, but they weren't quite ready, and it's 3 a.m. and I'm asleep because I value my sleep, and something clicks, they see something happens in their world, and they're like, I got to go get with Erica. Well, I'm nowhere to be found because I'm fast asleep. They can go right there and they can order, or they can sign up, or they can do whatever it is that they are needing to do. So you make sure you have a way to contact you. Now, I like to have under your name here in the About Me section, just a little blurb of who I am. something that's eye-catching, right? I use the emojis, and something that's like, well, what is Team Heart? What are these things, right? And so again, it's not giving them everything. It doesn't even have my company name, but it gives them a little bit of a blurb so that they can see if I'm interesting enough to add me back. So you can go as far as you want. I do have in the about section, I have my phone number, I have my email. Maybe you don't want to have that much info out there, but that's totally up to you. I think the more the merrier. At the end of the day, we all know with technology, if someone's contacting us that we don't want to, we can get rid of that. We can block that. So I figure, you know what, I'm going to have as much as possible. So your cover photo is your social media real estate. What does it say about you? Is it eye appealing? Is it eye catching? This is just me with some of my brand, and it's again, it's pretty. Something that's like, oh, okay, yeah, I like this, right? It looks again, eye appealing. It has the same color content through it. You guys don't overcomplicate it. This can be your family. This can be your maybe if you have a team branding, this can be something inspirational. Maybe you're super into beaches or gardens or whatever it is. That can be your cover photo. But again, we want it to be inspirational looking, eye appealing. The aesthetics do matter for this. You can get custom one made, guys, at Fiverr for like $5. I personally am not the most creative content creator. So what I would have been able to do with this probably would have taken me several hours, where I can pay someone on Fiverr for $5 and they're done within a day, sometimes within an hour. You can also make your own if you are into that. Canva is a free, super simple website. I have made some of my own, but again, if I don't have to, I typically do not. So go and audit your cover photo. What does it look like? Is it eye appealing? Is it going to make someone be like, oh, wow, okay, this is interesting? And then your profile photo as well. Now, this I would really suggest for it to be a picture of you. This is Facebook, so we want to see your face. Now, it can be a full body picture, that's okay. But I see a lot of times people with either no photo at all, or like a photo of their cat or just their kids. Well, listen, I'm not adding your kids on Facebook, I'm adding you. I want to know who you are. So make sure it's a picture of you. Again, if you have a smartphone, you guys, you can take a nice selfie, have some nice natural lighting on it, and you don't have to go and get like, spend a ton of money on professional photos. You absolutely don't. There's tons of apps where you can doctor it up, make it look very, again, eye appealing. What's going to catch someone's attention, and put that up as your profile photo. Now, I recommend not changing your profile photo all of the time. In fact, this photo has been my profile photo for almost 2 years, right? Because I just really like it. It's actually a video. If you go to my Facebook, it's a video. I just really like it. It's beautiful. I don't need to change it. I'll change the cover photo here and there. That one is a little bit more in and out. But again, you guys, if it works, you don't need to change it all of the time. All right, the next thing, we want to make sure that we are public. If you can only have 5,000 Facebook friends as of right now, 2020, you want to be able to reach as many people as possible. If I post on my Facebook and Susie likes it or comments on it, because I'm public, it's going to go out to some of her network. That's how you grow your network. You guys, I've been in network marketing for 8 years. Of the over 400 some distributors on my team right now, I think I knew 4 personally prior to 8 years ago. That is how it works. It's how you expand your network and grow your network. So you want to make sure that you are public. This is how you go in and do that. You want to click up and go to that little cog, go to security, click on private shortcuts, see more privacy settings, and then make sure who can see and comment on your posts is public. Now, some of you may have some restrictions. Maybe you have a job or a spouse has a job where you can't make your profile public. I understand that. But what I would suggest is at least making your posts that are able to be public, changing them to public every time. It's a little bit more work, but again, if you need to protect yourself for some other reason, I totally understand. All right, so as we wrap up, here are some daily method of operations that you can do immediately on your Facebook to create more engagement, more traction, to get people into Messenger. So I would recommend posting 1 to 3 times per day. These should be spaced out, meaning if I post at 12 p.m., I shouldn't post again for at least 2 more hours. Now, if that post is getting a ton of traction, comments, likes, shares, I'm not touching it. I'm not putting anything else up until that dies down, because the second you post again, that post pretty much disappears. That's how Facebook works. Think about varying it up. So you can do a status, you can do a video, you can do a still image or a shareable, but you want to change that up throughout your posting. Don't always post, video, even though Facebook loves video. Don't always just post shareables, right? Follow the 80-20 rule, meaning you are giving value, you're educating, you're entertaining 80% of the time, and you're asking 20%. If you are a walking advertisement, a walking billboard, a commercial of your product, your services, you're going to get deleted or blocked or unfollowed, because people don't want that on social media. Again, social media, they want to see who you are, not just what you sell, not just what you offer. But again, 80-20, definitely mix in some asks. Promote your product, promote your service, ask after you give. You can add 5 to 10 new Facebook friends daily. Now, if you're maxed out on friends, I would recommend recycling friends and then adding more, right? Get rid of the people that are stagnant, that are deceased, unfortunately. If one of my rule of thumbs, if they don't have a profile picture, they typically get deleted. If we've never interacted, what's the point? So add 5 or 10 new friends Facebook daily and message them. Right? If you're adding me on Facebook, please send me a message. I want to know who you are, why you are adding me. What people ask when you add them as a friend is, okay, who are you? What do you want? And why are you adding me? So answer those questions in your message. Something like, hey, Erica, I just saw that you're from Indianapolis. I am too. Amazing. What do you do for a living? I added you because we have mutual friends. What do you do for a living? Just something very short and simple that tells them, again, who you are, why you're adding them, and what do you want. Make sure that you comment and react on 10 friends' posts daily. Now, if you have a large team or you have team underneath you, yes, you want to interact with them, but that doesn't count as your 10. They're already in your business. You cannot recruit them. So go and find 10 other people. Definitely send happy birthday messages. I want to highlight messages. Don't write on their timeline. Send it in Messenger. That's going to boost your algorithms on Facebook and allow them to see more of you. And then interact in at least one Facebook group a day. That is crucial. So hopefully this has brought you some value. This is something that you're able to implement immediately. And I hope that you see some major growth in your business from it.